Africa faces a major challenge of dominance as leaders refuse to step down and hold on to power despite time and age failing them. Here are top 10 African leaders who have refused to give up leadership positions despite various challenges. 1. Teodoro Obiang of Equatorial Guinea. He gained power in 1979 and is still in power as the president of Equatorial Guinea till date, making him Africa's longest-serving president. 2. Paul Biya of Cameroon. He gained power in 1982 as the president and at the age of 92 has reportedly declared interest to run for another term during Cameroon's next presidential poll. 3. Yoweri Museveni of Uganda. He gained power in 1986 after seizing a true rebellion and has served as the 9th and current president of Uganda since then. 4. Denis Sassou of the Republic of Congo. He gained power in 1997 and before then has served as the president between 1979 to 1992. He passed the new constitution in 2015, which enabled him to stand for another term in 2016 and 2021 presidential elections with a majority in the first round. 5. Paul Kagame of Rwanda, a politician and former military officer. He gained power in 2000 after leading the Rwanda Patriotic Front. 6. Isaias Afwerki of Eritrea is a politician and leader who gained power since independence in 1993 as the president of Eritrea and the former chairman of the People's Front for Democracy and Justice since 1994. 7. Ismail Omar of Djibouti. He gained power in 1999 as the president, making him the head of state and head of government of the Djibouti and the commander-in-chief of the Djibouti Armed Forces. He's been there up to date. 8. Faure Gnassingbé of Togo. He gained power in 2005 after his father's 38-year rule and is no longer in power as of May 3, 2025, after he was succeeded by Jean Lucien as the first president of the Council of Ministers, while the role of president became ceremonial. 9. Alassane Ouattara of Ivory Coast. He gained power as the president since 2010 with controversial re-election bids, but he remains the president of Côte d'Ivoire till date. 10. Ali Bongo of Gabon. He is a politician and dictator. He was the third president of Gabon from 2009 until he was deposed in a coup in 2023. He ruled for 14 years after succeeding his father's 42-year reign.
July 14, 2025, Nigeria woke up to the news of two iconic losses. A former military ruler, General Muhammadu Buhari, and a traditional titan, Oba Sikiru Kayode Adetono, the Awujale of Ijebu-land. Different in roles, yet united in spirit, values, and legacy. Their friendship defined boundaries. One ruled from the seat of military command, the other from the throne of ancient Ijebu royalty. Yet, what linked Muhammadu Buhari and Oba Adetono was far deeper: integrity, honesty, fearlessness, and an unshakable love for the people. In 1983, following Nigeria's military coup, Buhari became head of state at a time when monarchs feared political retaliation. History records that Buhari's military government offered unexpected protection for the outspoken Awujale. It was said that the coup saved him. Both men believed leadership was a call to serve and not a seat of privilege. They were known for saying it as it is. They challenged corruption, questioned power, and always put the people first. On July 14th, Nigeria lost two men and a generation of character. That they both died on the same day is no coincidence. It is symbolic. A crown and a uniform laid to rest, leaving behind a blueprint for service, sacrifice, and sincerity. Their story reminds us that power, whether inherited or earned, must be used to protect and not oppress. In the Awujale and Buhari, we saw two men who led from different ends, yet walked the same path. As Nigerian mourns, may their memory be a call to conscience, a reminder that history will always honor men who led not with fear, but with truth.
Now the only party, APC. I think we talk about APC. Now the only party, APC.
The excitement greeted the coming together of a rainbow coalition of Nigerian opposition politicians into the African Democratic Congress, ADC, may be short-lived, going by the sudden revelation of presidential ambition by some of the leading lights of the coalition. Rotimi Amechi led the pack with his declaration for presidency, saying that he would use a single term of 4 years if considered by the party. Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, while discussing issues a few days ago, hinted at the presidency that it would fix Nigeria if given a chance in 2027.
Abinda muke so mu dawo da shi kuma batun matasa da mata niyyar mu ne mu tabbatar da cewa kusan kashi 70 ya zamanto mata da matasa.
To our news bulletin. We're live with the latest news and breaking stories from Lagos to the world. Stay informed with African News 24 TV. Let's get to the headlines. Resident doctors, writes TINUBU, list 19 demands to avert strike. ANAMBRA election, INEC extends PVC collection to November 2. Amazon sacks 30,000 workers. And to the news in full. The National Association of Resident Doctors has written a letter to President Bola Tinubu to seek his intervention over the non-implementation of their demands. The resident doctors outlined 19 demands, which it described as the minimum conditions required to prevent a total and indefinite nationwide strike scheduled to begin on Saturday. The doctors, in the letters, appealed to the president to personally intervene and address the lingering problems facing the health sector. Now to politics. The Independent National Electoral Commission has extended the ongoing collection of the permanent voters card in Anambra State to November 2, 2025. The extension is to enable eligible voters to collect their PVCs ahead of the election scheduled for November the 8th, 2025. The Director of Voter Education and Publicity, INEC, Victoria Itamersi, who announced this in a statement, urged registered voters who are yet to collect their PVCs to take advantage of the extended window. She said the exercise covered persons who registered during the recent continuous voters registration in the state. In what looks like an appraisal, business mogul and founder of ANAP Foundation, Atido PETERSIDE, has come down hard on the Independent National Electoral Commission under Professor MAHMOOD YAKUBU. Mr. PETERSIDE described the Commission's performance during YAKUBU'S tenure as a national disgrace. Speaking during a recent interview, PETERSIDE argued that the credibility of Nigeria's elections suffered major setbacks under Yakubu. He listed the repeated controversies surrounding the electronic transmission and uploading of results as some of the failure. He noted that the inconsistencies, delays, and alleged manipulations of figures in the last general cycles further weakened public confidence in the electoral process and raised fresh concerns about the integrity of democratic institutions. Meanwhile, the governor of Plateau State has urged the newly elected executive members of the People's Democratic Party to promote unity and teamwork as they prepare for the 2027 general elections. He called on the new leaders to heal division and ensure all party structure remains active and coordinated. We have more in this report.
Plateau State Governor Barrister Caleb Mofwang has urged the newly elected executive members of the People's Democratic Party to promote unity and teamwork as they prepare for the 2027 general elections.
As directed and as implied in the Electoral Act, we are here to monitor and write a report that this Congress has really taken place. And we are with you, and we have seen what we are doing, and we are going to write a report with regards to what we have witnessed.
Governor Mofwang made the call during the PDP State Congress held at the Wire Foundation in Jos, where delegates from all 17 local government areas elected new party executives. Mofwang called on the new leaders to heal divisions, end factionalism, and ensure all party structures remains active and coordinated.
I want you to know that your first job is to unite the party. Your first job is to make sure that all the divisions of the party within your own area of jurisdiction, that you must do everything to bring people together. The time of exclusion is over. At this time, there is a shaking going on. The shaking must take place. And those who do not belong, they will go.
Newly elected state chairman, Chief Raymond Davo, pledged to unite members and conduct transparent, inclusive primaries that will strengthen the PDP ahead of the polls.
This new system will provide a transparent, very good primaries. Once for your excellency, thank you for your story. And how many eyes we will not disappoint.
But there's no office that is going to be contested. You are here today for the purposes of the journey that we have come to come and associate yourself and of course identify with this. In this 39 ESCO are going to be sworn in, are going to pass through the process of election, and by the grace of God, will become ESCO that will take us to the struggle.
The Plateau governor emphasized that only a united party can secure victory in 2027.
Enter security. The President Bola TINUBU has met with the newly appointed service chiefs at the presidential villa in Abuja. This, according to presidential spokesperson, is in continuation of efforts to reinforce Nigeria's national security architecture. The meeting, which commenced around 4 p.m., lasted about 40 minutes behind closed doors. The newly appointed military leaders, including the heads of the Army, Navy, Air Force, Defense Staff, and Defense Intelligence, were announced last Friday as part of reforms to enhance coordination and operational efficiency within the armed forces. President TINUBU expressed appreciation to the outgoing service chiefs for their service and directed their successors to justify the confidence reposed in them by strengthening professionalism, vigilance, and unity across the military to improve security nationwide. And in Benue, stakeholders are seeking lasting solutions to the ongoing insecurity that has displaced families and disrupted farming activities. Community leaders, security agencies, and civil society organizations gathered in Makurdi to chart a path towards sustainable peace. Our next report has more.
A peace forum in Makurdi brought together traditional rulers, state emergency management agency officials, and civil society organizations to address the insecurity affecting Benue State. Basil Akim, Senior Programs Officer at the Foundation for Justice, Development and Peace, called for transparency and stronger collaboration between government and local communities. Aladi Adanu, Assistant PRO of FIDA, highlighted efforts to protect women and children, while Shedrack Agbadu of SIMA stressed inclusive approaches involving women, youth and community leaders. Joseph Akawe, District Head of Ijaha, urged his community to remain calm and avoid unnecessary loss. Participants concluded that a community-led approach, prioritizing dialogue and accountability, is key to achieving lasting peace and security in the state.
Residents of Esa community in Bida, Niger State, are demanding urgent road repairs following a tanker explosion that claimed 57 lives and left several others injured. Locals say the accident, which triggered a massive inferno, has once again exposed the deadly state of the highway and the constant threats it poses to daily commuters. Community members who are still mourning their loved ones describe the road as a death trap that has led to repeated tragedies. Residents lament the frequent accidents, stating that families now live in fear and have lost millions of naira due to recurring crashes. Residents are calling for an immediate intervention from the government to prevent further loss of lives and bring relief to the affected communities. The Governor of Lagos State, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, has praised the Committee of Wives of Lagos State Officials, COWLSO, for its 25 years of impactful service in promoting women's empowerment, family welfare and community development. Speaking at the opening of the 25th Annual National Women's Conference held at the Eco Convention Center, Victoria Island, Sanwo-Olu commended the organization's evolution into a strong platform for social change and leadership among women. He acknowledged the vision of Senator Oluremi Tinubu for revitalizing COWLSO and initiating the annual National Women's Conference, as well as the efforts of the current chairperson, Dr. Ibijoke Sanwo-Olu, in sustaining its legacy. The governor also announced a 200 million naira donation from Imo State Governor Hope Uzodinma to support COWLSO's initiatives. Uzodinma was represented at the event, while Governor Ahmad Aliyu of Sokoto State is expected to attend the closing ceremony. This year's conference, themed 25 Years of Visionary Legacy, Inspiring the Next Generation, features sessions on mentorship, inclusion, and women's leadership. A renewed path to survival and stability has begun for 120 displaced women who have completed a 3-month empowerment program designed to equip them with practical skills and financial support. From hair-making to entrepreneurship, they are now prepared for a fresh path for themselves and their families. With certificates and business starter packs in hand, the graduates say they are determined to build stable livelihoods. Our next report captures more.
The Reconnect project has empowered 120 displaced and vulnerable women with practical skills and startup support to rebuild their livelihood. At the graduation ceremony, Federal Commissioner of National Commission for Refugees, Migrants and Internally Displaced Persons, Tijani Ahmed, praised the organizers for their commitment to sustainable economic reintegration. He noted that the initiative would help curb irregular migration and strengthen community resilience across the country.
So after this exercise today, after your graduation, we will not find any of you on the street begging to eat or begging to keep his life ongoing because of the training that you have received, and also the startup pack they are going to receive to start your businesses. This is all about the reintegration. This is all about the empowerment.
Country Director of Action Aid Nigeria, Andrew Mamedu, explained that the women were trained for 3 months and will be supported through cooperative and stakeholders linkage to ensure business sustainability.
We have been able to train them for 3 months, and now they are graduating, and also we are giving them starter packs. You can see the starter packs that we are giving them. We are linking them up to several other stakeholders that will contribute to sustainability. So together they can work in cooperative in such a way that they can see what changes they can bring. So that's the sustainability, one of the sustainability model for the program.
Organizers added that the programs focus on vocational skills, confidence building, leadership development, and financial literacy. Some beneficiaries shared how the program has equipped them with the skills needed to pursue self-reliance, particularly in small-scale enterprises. With certificate and startup kits distributed, the graduates say they are now better positioned to contribute to Nigerians' informal economy and create opportunities within their communities.
The federal government has reaffirmed its commitment to promoting gender equality and inclusivity in Nigeria's agricultural sector, as it continues the review of the National Gender Policy in Agriculture and its strategic plan from 2025 to 2030. We have more in this report.
The federal government has reaffirmed its commitment to promoting gender equality and inclusivity in Nigeria's agricultural sector. This is as it continues the review of the National Gender Policy in Agriculture and its strategic plan from 2025 to 2030. At the Northeast Zonal Consultative Forum held in Gombe, the Director of Special Duties at the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security, Kachala Damaturu, said the policy review is focused on strengthening women's participation in agriculture by addressing long-standing barriers that limit access to lands, finance, and training opportunities.
To the National Council of Agriculture and endorsement and approval paving the way of domestication at state and local. We must ensure that the policy does not become a shelf document but a living guide and transformation line.
The Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security noted that President Bola TINUBU remains consistent in his support for advancing women's roles in agriculture. His administration continues to prioritize women's empowerment in key areas such as agricultural training, access to land, and financial inclusion.
We have several platforms that focus on gender, integration across the Value for Her platform that brings agribusinesses, women-led agribusinesses, the youths, the Generation Africa for youths, and special place for people with disability.
The Gombe Forum also provided a platform for stakeholders, including civil society organizations, women farmers, youth network, and development partners to exchange ideas and contribute to the development of a gender policy framework that will guide actions and interventions from 2026 to 2030.
This policy will serve as a guiding framework for our actions and decisions in ensuring that the needs and perspectives of women and other vulnerable groups are integrated into agricultural development.
The policy is supposed to ensure social justice and equity for citizens within the agricultural value chain and within making sure that stakeholders benefit from the agriculture sector equally.
The government says the initiative is part of its long-term strategy to create a more inclusive agricultural sector where women and vulnerable groups can contribute fully to Nigeria's food security and economic growth.
Nigeria is renewing efforts to deepen its relationship with citizens abroad as Parliament convenes stakeholders to harmonize diaspora policies and strengthen government's responsiveness. Lawmakers argue that a population contributing billions of dollars to the economy deserves clearer pathways for engagement and protection. We have more in this report.
Nigeria is intensifying efforts to deepen engagement with its global citizens as the House of Representatives Committee on Diaspora convened a policy session in Abuja to strengthen governance structures and streamline national interventions on diaspora affairs. Chairman of the committee, Tochukwu Okere, said the initiative under the NICEDEC 2025 framework seeks to align institutions, technology and policy to ensure a coordinated approach to diaspora management.
We are here today with two main goals in mind. First, Nigerian stakeholders' engagement on diaspora governance, NICEDEC 2025. The initiative is all about bringing together policies, institutions, and technology to create a unified approach to diaspora governance.
With an estimated 17 million Nigerians living abroad, government officials emphasized the need to harness the contributions beyond remittance. Chairman of the Nigerians in Diaspora Commission, Abike Dabiru Erewa, noted that while diaspora remittance reach over $21 billion annually, that role should evolve into broader participation in national development and governance.
We talk about remittances all the time, $21 billion and all that, but we have to ensure that the diaspora goes beyond just remittances, but our holistic catalyst, a catalyst for holistic growth of our dear nation, Nigeria. So as we have these conversations, how do we deepen governance of the diaspora?
The Parliament assured that diaspora welfare remains a top legislative priority, with ongoing collaborations to improve documentation procedures and strengthen diplomatic protections for Nigerians overseas. The engagement also marked the launch of a diaspora resource platform designed to enhance access to government services, consular assistance, and credible investment opportunities for citizens abroad.
The European Parliament has underscored Nigeria's importance to the European Union, pledging to strengthen political and security ties. Nigeria was described as a key partner in Africa, with growing influence on the continent and shaping Africa-European relations. We have more in this report.
A delegation from the European Parliament has underscored Nigeria's strategic importance to the European Union and pledging to strengthen political, economic, and security ties. The 6-member team, led by the chairman of the European Parliament's Committee on Foreign Affairs, met with Nigeria's Minister of Foreign Affairs, Ambassador Yusuf Tuga, to discuss ways to deepen collaboration and enhance mutual understanding. Nigeria was described as a key partner in Africa, with growing influence on the continent and a significant role in shaping African-European relations.
The relationship between ECOWAS and the EU is one that is very important to security, to our economy, to development as a whole. And it's for this reason that Nigeria became the 77th shareholder of the European Bank for Reconstruction and Development.
The visit also highlighted Nigeria's recent inclusion as the 77th shareholder of the European Bank for Reconstruction and Development, reflecting its expanding role in global economic cooperation.
Nigeria is, for us, a strategic partner. As you know, the European Union and Nigeria maintain a long-standing partnership built on political dialogue, shared values, and regional cooperation. And not only is your country considered a strategic partner for the EU, but because you are Africa's most populous nation, you are also a major regional political and economic power in West Africa.
The delegation emphasized continued engagement with Nigeria on trade, governance, and regional security to strengthen the long-standing partnership between Abuja and the European Union.
And in infrastructure, the governor of Rivers State, Siminalayi Fubara, has assured that the Trans-Calabari Road project will be delivered on schedule. According to him, the road will connect Port Harcourt to several Calabari communities, including 4 major river crossing bridges and multiple decompiled structures. We have more in this report.
The governor of Rivers State, Siminalayi Fubara, has assured that the Trans-Calabari Road project, currently 75% complete in its critical piling stage, will be delivered on schedule. The 12.5-kilometer road will connect Port Harcourt to several Kalabari communities and includes 4 major river crossing bridges and multiple deck on power structure. Fubara inspected the project by road along the river route and commended contractors for their progress.
This is the Trans-Kalabari project that we flagged off about a year ago. I've been getting reports from the ministry, but I felt I need to come and see for myself what is really happening here. If you are aware that this project, the first phase of it is going to take us to Bakana. We have about 4 river crossing bridges and almost 5 decompile. Almost 75% of the piling job, which is the key thing, have been achieved. And by the grace of God, in the next 6 months, I'm very, very, very positive that if we are coming here for inspection, we might run through the bridge. And we made a promise to our people that we'll continue to embark on projects that will change their life and bring development. As everyone can see, this is a key project that is going to turn around the life of the Kalabari people immediately this project is concluded.
He emphasized the road's strategic importance for boosting connectivity and economic growth in riverine communities and reaffirmed his administration's commitment to delivering transformative infrastructure on time.
Let's go on this break. When we return, we'll tell you about how gold nears a 3-week low over US-China trade deals in business news. The Naira has appreciated further at the official foreign exchange market, trading at 1,452 Naira 79 kobo to the United States dollar. Data from the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, revealed that the Naira gained 5 Naira 16 kobo compared with Friday's rate of 1,457 Naira 95 kobo. This represents a 0.35% appreciation, extending the week-long positive trend recorded in the previous week. The Association of Bureau de Change Operators of Nigeria, APCON, commended the month-long appreciation of the Naira in both official and parallel markets. While the Naira gained, gold prices extended losses to a near 3-week low on Tuesday, October 28, 2025, as optimism over a potential United States-China trade deal dented demand for safe haven bullion. This is as investors looked forward to major central bank policy announcements this week. Spot gold was down 1% at $3,904.165 per ounce as of 0652 GMT. Hitting its lowest level since October 10, while using U.S. gold futures for December delivery lost 1.5% to $3,957.50 per ounce. And on the foreign scene, an aircraft carrying foreign tourists from Hungary and Germany today crashed in Kenya, killing all 11 people on board. The airline, Mombasa Air Safari, confirmed that the plane was carrying 10 passengers, 8 Hungarians and 2 Germans. The captain was Kenyan. The Civil Aviation Authority said the accident occurred at Kwale, near the Indian Ocean coast, at about 8:30 local time. A regional police commander in comments aired by public broadcaster Kenya Broadcasting Corporation said all the passengers were tourists. Citizen TV station reported that the bodies of those on board had been burned beyond recognition. Amazon today commences the quoting of as many as 30,000 corporate jobs as the company pays expenses and compensates for overhiring during the pandemic's peak demand. The figure represents a small percentage of Amazon's 1.55 million total employees, but nearly 10% of its roughly 350,000 corporate employees. This would mark Amazon's largest job cut since late 2022, when it started to eliminate around 27,000 positions. Amazon has been trimming smaller jobs, Amazon has been trimming smaller numbers of jobs over the past 2 years across multiple divisions, including devices, communications, and podcasting. The cuts beginning this week may affect a variety of divisions, including human resources, known as People Experience and Technology, or PXT, operations, devices, and services, and Amazon Web Services. Let's head to the sports arena where Praise Adeleke is standing by.
Thank you, Mary. And in the world of sports, Argentina captain Lionel Messi has spoken about his participation in 2026 FIFA World Cup. Messi stated that he wants to play for Argentina in the World Cup, saying he will listen to his body before deciding whether he can make that dream come true. The 38-year-old forward led Argentina to the 2022 World Cup title and yearns to be on the field when the Albiceleste defend the crown next year in North America. 8-time Ballon d'Or winner, Messi told NBC News in an interview broadcast that he will see next year how his body feels before deciding on whether or not he can play in the World Cup co-hosted by the United States, Mexico, and Canada. The city of Ilorin, the Kwara state capital, is gearing up for a major golf showdown as no fewer than 297 professional and amateur golfers are expected to storm the Ilorin golf course for the second edition of the ICMA Pro-Am Open 2025, which tees off this Thursday. The 4-day event, endorsed by the Professional Golfers Association of Nigeria, is fast becoming one of the country's most anticipated tournaments, blending sport, tourism, and youth development. Club captain Jide Allen told journalists that the ICMA Pro-Am has transformed Ilorin into a growing hub for golf, promoting community spirit and nurturing young talent. That's all for now in sports. It's back to you, Mary.
Thank you, Praise. Fawaz Akoshile has our entertainment stories. Fawaz, over to you.
On entertainment, Nollywood actor and filmmaker Daniel Etim Effiong has opened up about his professional practice he follows before taking on intimate scenes in movies. The actor explained that he takes a moment to pray before filming any kissing scene, saying it helps him maintain self-discipline, respect boundaries, and stay grounded in his values while performing roles that demand emotional vulnerability. Etim has made the revelation during a recent interview where he emphasized that acting often requires stepping into situations that may conflict with one's personal beliefs. According to him, praying keeps him centered and ensures he approaches such scenes professionally while still honoring his faith and personal standards. He added that while Nollywood continues to expand into more expressive and emotionally intense storytelling, actors must learn how to balance character interpretation with personal convictions. His comments have since sparked mixed reactions online, with many praising his intentionality. The actor noted that his approach is not about judgment, but about staying true to himself, saying every performer has the right to create healthy boundaries within their work. Nigeria's live entertainment scene witnessed a major highlight over the weekend as Afrobeat star Davido officially launched the Nigeria leg of his 5 tour with a high-energy concert in Uyo, Akwa Ibom. The opening show drew a massive crowd to the Godswill Akpabio International Stadium, where fans from within and outside the state gathered to see the singer perform live in what many described as a homecoming celebration. The concert marks the beginning of a month-long tour that will see Davido perform from across different regions in Nigeria, including Adamawa on October the 29th, Enugu on November the 1st, Ibadan on November 9th, and the final grand performance in Lagos on December 25th. The tour reflects a growing shift in Nigeria's creative industry, where major artists are now expanding beyond Lagos to connect more intentionally with fans from across the country. For many attendees in Uyo, the night was more than music. It was a cultural moment. Social media reactions showed excitement with pride and emotional connections, with fans praising Davido's stage presence and the event's lively atmosphere. Some described the turnout as unbelievable, noting how the stadium pulsed with energy as thousands sang along to chart-topping hits. And that is it on entertainment. It's back to you, Mary, for the rest of the bulletin.
That's the much we can take for now. Thanks for tuning in to African News 24 TV. Follow us on all our social media platforms and please check our website at africannews24.ng to stay informed and ahead. We'll catch you on the next broadcast. Bye for now.